everyone. I hope you are all well. You had a nice holidays and perhaps you're looking forward to 2020 ending and beginning of something new. The reason I brought that subject up is I've recently overheard the conversation of two ladies. They were saying, I can't wait, only few days and it's all over. And in that sentence there was a feeling of the hope and expectations. Hope that when that clock strikes at midnight and a zero will change into one, that there was the expectations of something better happening and something not so good ending. From the numerology point, number 1 is a number of new beginnings. It's that initial spark, the enthusiasm of something new. And it's great and we all need it. We all need that spark, the motivation, something that keeps us going. 2020 brought a lot of changes. I think I can say that there wasn't probably a single person on earth who didn't experience some kind of changes. And we had to work on adapting. Perhaps those changes are not yet that significant, but there will be some changes we will have to do. Or already had to do. It depends whether it's your personal or your business or employment or health, any other factors. So that brought me into, New Year's Eve resolutions or plans or new ideas, whatever you really call them. We probably will be making some kind of those. Even like planning perhaps how we adapt to those changes, how we continue living into this new world, which we not quite too sure even what that new world is going to be. How it will all develop, how all that will actually change our lives, or whether they will go back to how they were, who knows. But we have that sense, I think all of us, that something will have to happen and it will have to be changes on a personal levels as well. And so with those plans, I call them plans rather than resolutions, made me think sometimes when we make those plans, we write or we think of what we want. And it's natural. We want certain things. We're looking forward to it. These are the things that keeps us motivated and keeps us going. And then all these wants suddenly get met with the outside world and outside influences, which was very much seen in 2020. People might have had their businesses, had the plans for the businesses, had the plans of meeting new people, traveling, doing all sorts of activities, and then pandemic happened and all that kind of stopped. Perhaps not fully for everyone, but it kind of stopped. And it was out of our control. Most of it was. We just had to somehow figure out what we're going to do next and had to adapt. And this is where I'm reflecting on what we want. Sometimes what we want is not what we need. I like personally, you might not agree with that, but I like personally to think about it that what we want needs to then be kind of run through how it fits in the bigger picture. We are the part of the world. We are not the one only person, that everything will evolve and everything will slot into our wants. We are a part of bigger pictures, and these our wants have to fit into a needs of everything else, and then the wants become a needs. And sometimes it can be tricky to find out what's the difference between what you want and what you need. It's not that easy. I found particularly helpful a technique from neuro-linguistic programming, and I would like to share that one with you. It's not really long. It's whatever your plans or your focus will be, you run that plan through 4 questions, simple questions, and then see what comes out of it. You can write down what comes out of it, or simply notice how it goes, how you feel about each of those questions when you run through them. So to make it simple, I'm gonna call your plan for 2020, let's say X. It can be anything starting new business, meeting new people, whatever that is. Okay, let's just call it X. And you ask those questions. So the question number 1, what will happen if I do X? The question number 2, what will happen if I don't do X? The third question, what will not happen if I do X? And the fourth and the last question, what will not happen if I don't do X? It seems to be a bit puzzling, but once you spend a bit of a time figuring out with your plan what it is you want, then it might bring a bit of a clarity. There are like 4 logical questions to look at your wants from a different perspective, and also accounting a bit for the bigger picture, and it might bring a bit more clarity. You never know. It's worth giving it a go. I wish you all and the world all the best in 2021, and wishing that all those our wants will slit and slot nicely into the needs of the world, and we get that amazing I call it win-win situation for everyone. All the best, guys. Bye.